Hi, and welcome to Stretch. Today we're going to do mobility exercises. We're going to start with the trunk and then we're going to work out to the hips and the shoulders and the head. So one of the things I want you to do is get started in your tabletop position. So we're going to place ourselves in our tabletop position and put our hands under our shoulders and our knees under our hips. We're going to do some cat-cows. We're going to do the first set, which is going to be 4, pretty slowly, and then we're going to go into kind of creating flexibility with more rapid movement. So I want you to really concentrate on the abs this time. We talk about the shoulders and we talk about arching the back, but let's really let the abs drop down and bring our head and our glutes up, and that's going to be your inhale. So inhale, and then pull those abs up under your rib cage and really pull the belly button to the spine for the exhale. So remember to keep your shoulders away from your ears. Your arms, fingers are open all the way so that you have nice, strong stabilization through the arms. So inhale again, dropping that belly and lifting everything up. And then exhale, really pulling up. Really focus on those abs because I want you to fill in the back, open up the lower part of the back as well as that part that seems to arch up where the shoulder blades are. 2 more of these. Inhale. Dropping and exhale. And only push back on your neck as much as you can take it. All right, really pull it up there. And then last one in this tempo, inhale, gazing up, and exhale, gazing down, but not under. So don't drop your head, like let it hang off of that set of vertebrae. Okay, so we're going to take it a little faster. So inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. And inhale, getting that mobility. And exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale and come to neutral. We're going to take one leg out into a flex and move it up into our hip width. All right, so when you bring it in, I want you to curl your nose to your knee. No, you don't have to arch the back at all. Just do that curl and then push it back out. So it's going to be an inhale in, and exhale back out. Nice. Inhale in, and it's a neutral spine as you come out, and exhale back out. Nice. Inhale in, and exhale back out. Keep those arms stabilized. Try not to put any weight on them. Inhale in, exhale back out, and lower the foot, keeping that flex. Then I want you to kickstand the other leg. So what that means is you're going to keep the knee where it is, and you're going to take the foot over toward the edge of the mat, so it comes out into a diagonal. So you have your working foot down, the other foot is kickstand out. So you're going to turn yourself to the side so that you're on the side of your foot, and your arm comes over your head right here. It's that kickstand move. And then you get this nice long stretch. Nice. Beautiful. Really reach with that arm, reach with that foot. Your foot is on your side. Nice. And get that nice long stretch. And then you're going to bring yourself up. And I know this is a little bit of weight on some people's legs. And we're going to take the arm over the other side. Make sure you roll that shoulder back. You don't let yourself roll forward. And you get that mobility. There we go. Beautiful. Now you're going to bring yourself back down. Inhale, bring the other arm around. Exhale, then you're tucking it under like you're doing thread the needle, dropping your foot or your position back over to center and just thread it without dropping your head down like we do in the other thread the needle. Beautiful. Then inhale it up, put the hand down across from the other hand, draw the leg in, and 4 more cat-cows in that more rapid tempo. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. I moved around. Inhale and exhale. Okay, now we're going to do that other stretch where we take the leg behind and flex it. And then we're going to curl the top of the body to meet the bottom of the body. 4 of these. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. To neutral. Inhale, so you don't push your head against your cervical curve. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Hold it right there. Lift those arms out. Make sure they're not collapsing. Put that foot down. Kickstand the other leg. There you go. And then we come around on the side of the foot and reach to the side of the body. Nice. Breathe into it. Nice. Just really feel, make sure that shoulder is back. You don't want to roll forward. Always taking care of my face. You don't want to roll forward. And then you bring yourself up and come across that gateway position. There we go. Gatekeeper, and hold it right there. Now you might be able to go a little farther over to the side. This is it for me. Yeah, and breathe into it. Really push through. And we're going to move everything back to facing downward, the foot and the knee and the working foot, and then thread the needle without bringing your head to the mat. Beautiful. Nice job. Then bring your arm up, put your hand down, and put your legs back to tabletop. Beautiful. Now we're going to go back into child pose. I want our legs to be hip width apart and parallel. So you're going to sit back into child pose. Do the sit back part first. Then walk the arms ahead and just sit behind it. We're going to breathe here for 8 breaths. So push into those glutes. Let those feet be pointed down into the mat. Reach those arms forward. 8 breaths. Last one. Now, what I'd like you to do is put yourself on your fingertips and lift those arms up and keep pushing back. For this, we're going to do 4 breaths. So you're lifted through the armpit and the serratus anterior, the shoulders and the lats. Breathe it. And then relax those arms down, move the chest forward, and we're going to reach the hands just a little farther forward and melting heart. Keep the glutes up, chest comes down, and so does your forehead. 4 breaths. And then from here, we're going to transition to Sphinx. So it takes you right into that position. Your arms are under your shoulders, your fingers are wide ahead of you, your legs are still about hip width apart. It's kind of an open leg Sphinx here. And you're lifting your body up to a slight little back bend, not a huge one. You want to feel, what you want to feel is the extension of your belly button all the way up to your chin right here. And just breathe into it. Nice. And hold it. We're just going to breathe into it. Let that body release into the length of your whole existence, your whole everything, head to toe. Nice. Beautiful. Flex your feet into the mat. You're going to push up into downward facing dog and just hold it right there. Got to move your hands in a little bit. I do. And just hold it right there. Last breath, and you're going to bring it back down, lowering those arms and keeping your head lifted into the Sphinx position. Now I'd like you to narrow your feet to sit bone width apart. Not close together, just sit bone width apart. And then we're going to go back up again, sticking those feet into the floor and then taking it up. Good. Good, strong reach. Pushing your chest toward your thighs. 2 more breaths. And then bring it back down. Inhale and exhale. You're going to stay here for 4 breaths. Narrow those feet. Now your legs are close to each other. This is going to be a little bit harder. Put your hands under your shoulders. Get yourself engaged all the way before you go up. So pull that belly button to your spine. Really feel the alignment of your body. Then inhale and exhale up to your downward facing dog. Hands in a little bit more. I want to get my chest closer to my thigh, so I walk my hands in just a little bit more. And I want this whole big stretch. I'm going to walk forward a little bit so I don't run into the furniture. Really get into that length. All right, you're going to take one leg behind you, just right straight behind you, and then lift it up for 3-legged dog. Two more breaths. Then cross it over the other leg and push back with your chest even more. Giving 4 breaths to everything. Lift it again and take it back up to 3-legged dog. Take it, your foot toward your glute. Rotate your knee outward. And let's keep those arms long for that open hip. Breathe into it. 2 more breaths. Rotate it back down and lower it to the mat. Going to push back into that downward facing dog. Nice. Do a little bit of flow. Take it to plank. Lower it down to Sphinx. Bring it up to Cobra. Good. And then back into downward facing dog. Now let's go to the other side. Take the second leg up, 3-legged dog. Just breathe into it. Push your chest back. Nice. Lift, lift, lift. 2 more breaths. Last one. Fold the leg. Open the hip. Keeping your arms even. Extend it up again. Cross it over. Almost forgot that part. Push back with your chest. Keep your arms even. Take it back up. Bring it down. Back into a flow. All the way down. Cobra up. Sit back into child pose. And 4 more breaths. Good. And we're going to bring ourselves over on to our backs. Been inverted for a little while, so we're going to take it down to the mat. So curling yourself down, lifting your glutes and separating them and wiggling your upper body up. Okay. So we're stretching both feet out into a slight flex, not a full back flex, but a slight flex. You want to feel the extension of the front and the back. You're going to bring one leg up and just squeeze it in. You can use one arm or both, but don't curl your shoulders or let them go up to your ears. So when you bring it in, you be mindful of the alignment of your shoulders. Beautiful. Just hang on to that. 2 more breaths. That other foot is still facing the ceiling. Now you're going to take your hand on the outside of that leg and take it across as far as you can go. If you cannot get it all the way down to the mat and keep those shoulders down and that arm out to the side, then you just go as far as you can go. You can apply pressure to help get an opening, but make sure that you breathe into it. Last breath. Now I want you to extend that leg into a flex out there. If it can land, it can land. If it can't, but take it out to a flex. Then bring it up and point the foot. Rotate the ankle in one direction and then the other. And we're going to bring it down. Big inhale and exhale lower. Started with my most stubborn side. Big inhale and exhale lower. Now, if you want to get a little bit more mobility, you can bring your foot in. But if you want to kind of find more flexibility, you'll leave that leg out because it's got to work on its own without the assistance of the hip and the pelvis. Come on, one more time and hold it right there. This one's 8 breaths. The legs straight if you can. 4 more breaths. Nod your chin down. Don't let your head roll back. Now take your hand on the outside of your foot and push it down. This is 4 breaths. And now keeping that position, push the leg out. It's still bent. And you're keeping, again, that other leg to a slight flex to the ceiling. Make sure those shoulder blades are dropped. Extend that foot into a point. 4 more breaths. Bring it back up. We're going to bring it down one more time. Big inhale and exhale, and only 4 breaths this time. Last one. And then lower. Bring the other leg in. Few more. All right, take your hand on the outside, take it across as much as you can, whatever you can do. Different parts of the day, you can do different things. With your legs in different positions, you can do different things. When you're warmed up, you can do different things. So we just do what we can. This is to get us going and unfold everything that's folded, right? Last breath, extend the leg, reach as far as you can, and then point it, and we get 4 breaths. Make sure those shoulders are down. Last breath, keeping that leg pointed, bring it up. Here we go. Big inhale and exhale lower, and it's 8 breaths. You keep hanging on. That other leg is still slightly flexed to the ceiling. And then take your hand, oh no, it's 4 more breaths, sorry. No, wait. The last one. And then put your hand on the outside, lower your leg, that's gonna be 4. So having lots of feelings today. I did a lot of box carrying and going up and downstairs for 3 days. So I feel very tight, even though I was moving all the time. All right, hand inside the thigh, you take it out in that position. Nothing else rolls, push on that inner thigh. And then extend that leg into a point. 4 more breaths. And then bring it all the way up, and we bring it down for 4 more breaths. Lower that foot down. They're back into their flex position. You're going to put the foot flat with the knees toward the ceiling, hip width apart, and we're going to take it up into a bridge, and we're going to hold it for 8 breaths. It's kind of a way to center ourselves after working both sides. And then lower yourself down. Beautiful job. Roll yourself to the front and bring yourself up. We're going to come into another side bend position. So we're going to have one leg in, the other leg extended, and yourself lifted over your sit bones. Now, not everybody can bend their leg in. I do realize that. So do what you can do. You just don't want to make it cockeyed. You want to make sure that whatever you do, you're keeping an even pelvis, right? So we can get that established right away. All right, we're going to stretch out toward the leg. The palm is facing outward. Bend that elbow and stretch out as far as you can without reaching first, right? So you have yourself bend over. And then you bring the other arm into a straight line, bicep across your ear, rolling that shoulder back. Yeah, and hold it there. Beautiful. Really breathe into it. Your glutes are both planted on the floor. Now you're going to reach this arm up and behind you, and this other arm goes over the other ear, and you come up into this long, beautiful, meaningful stretch. It has a lot of support. This isn't very much of a balance. So I'd like to do it for 8. So you have like 5 more breaths left. And then when you bring yourself down, I want you to take the arm to the end of your corner of your mat and kind of do a forward fold over that bent knee. And then rotate yourself to the side, bring yourself up, and then turn and lower down to the extended leg. Again, try to find an even landing on here. Push through, bring yourself up, and we're going to turn this into a pigeon. So take that leg behind you, bring that forward leg folded, even those hips out, and try to walk your hands in a little bit and lift yourself up. It's kind of a little bit of a back bend to start. My foot is a little crooked. And then walk it, just frame your knee and look ahead. And then elbows. Keep yourself even. Don't let yourself land on your glute if it takes your hips out of parallel positions. Push through. One more thing before we go to the other side, and it's a quad stretch. We push so much into the hip, it's really important that we continue to open it as well. 4 more breaths. Curl yourself up, bring it around, and we're going to do the other side. Here we go. This is a little bit of a challenge for my knee on this side. Open it a little bit, and then come down to that side. Make sure you roll that shoulder back. I'm always feeling that need to roll that shoulder back. Good. 4 more breaths. Make sure that arm is soft. Eyes are ahead. Last one. We're going to go up into that lift. Nice supported lift. Oh, bicep over ear. Two more breaths. Lower it down. Bring it to a fold over your knee. Even elbows. Beautiful. And inhale and exhale yourself up and rotate down. And hold it right there. And let's curl yourself up and turn it into pigeon. Bring your leg behind, eating out your hips. Hands are in to begin lifting your body up as much as possible. And then move the hands forward to surround the knees, a little bit more of a diagonal. Last breath. And then down to the elbow. Again, you may rock down to your glute. I want you to make sure those hips are even. And bring yourself up, and let's get into our straddle. All right, again on the straddle. You know, we talk about this all the time. You can have your knees bent because the important part is your groin and pelvis are doing a lot of the work here. Your legs are basically your balance point. And while you feel stretching under them, it's really important to focus on this part of the body that we are working on. So we're going to take our arms out to side and go side to side. Get your head over your tailbone. Get that, everything lifted through that torso. You're feeling yourself rock from sit bone to sit bone. So you know you're on your sit bones. 4 more. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Sliding that arm out. We're coming over to the side again. Roll that shoulder back. Now here we're going to move a little more quickly and drop down into the center. I'd like you to have your 8 breaths here. So you should be on number 6 or number 3. You always can use the opportunity to keep lowering, right? Now push through to your hands for that long back. Look between your fingertips so your head is in a parallel position. Walk it in. And then we're going over to the other side. Really open up. 4 breaths here. And roll it forward. You've got a little bit more distance this time, right? Now, into the long arm again. Get on your fingertips, arch your hands a little bit. It pushes it away from your shoulders. And then flatten them and walk it in. Great job. Okay, we're going to bend this knee again. We're going to turn our body this way and go into a low lunge right here. So lift yourself up. We have our foot flat for now. Sure, I'm aligned here. So you want to make sure your knee is under your hip, right? Your head is over your tailbone always. Even as you go forward, you're not lurching forward with your chest. You're moving forward with your body. So that head stays over the tailbone, right? So we're looking forward. Our arms are parallel. Even if you have your hand on your knee, your shoulder blades are down, and you're going to do 4 more breaths. Good. Now you can assist yourself with your hands, taking yourself up into the lifted low lunge, or you can just push through that back leg. This is going to stay low. Don't worry, we're going to go up high pretty soon. 2 more breaths. And then take it up into your high lunge. Now, I'd like you to take your arms beside your ears and lift toward the ceiling for this. Get your head over your tailbone. Push through as much as you can. Guess where we're going? Yeah, warrior 2. So rotate. That foot is pointed out. This foot is pointed forward. And you have yourself low into that beautiful open position. Your arms are parallel. Your head is over your tailbone. And boy, doesn't this feel good. You're going to straighten out that front leg. Take that triangle. And you're going to look up into your arm. Now, you can have your hand on your shin. You can have your hand on the floor. The one thing you can't do is roll forward and get the same benefit from this stretch. So pick the position that keeps you in this position, right? And looking up. And then bring yourself all the way up again and over to the other side, just a little bit of a reverse triangle. Now we're going to go back into warrior 2, come back to the floor, where I plop down on that, and do the split right here, split position. So you're lifted up, your heels into the floor, and move my foot into proper position, head over tailbone, and then we're folding forward. Right down the center, not toward the foot. Your hands can rest on the floor. Just don't push into them. Let them be soft. Now inhale and exhale, lower some more, and your 4 more breaths. Last one. We're going to put ourselves into tabletop again. Nice job. I'm going to turn around so that I'm not facing the other way when we do this. Take a nice deep breath. And then into the low lunge to begin. Now again, head over tailbone. Right here. Scratch your nose. Hold it right there. Doing it the wrong way. Right. And hold. And flip. You want to open this as much as you can. All right, foot into the floor. Lift yourself up just a little bit. Give me 4 breaths. And then all the way up to your high lunge, arms overhead. I have to move because my knee was starting to crack, so I'm going into warrior 2. You know what to do. You have these toes facing the edge of the mat, this other foot facing the front. Deep into it. Extend the leg, triangle. Looking up. Make sure your shoulder comes back into line. Doesn't have to go behind the line, just into line. Push into it and reverse triangle. Come back to the center, wide leg fold. 4 more. And then turn toward that leg, drop it down into our split right here. I just forgot that part. Lift up. Try to be as powerful as you can in this position. And we take our chest down. First 4. And then lower again. Soft elbows. Hands inside. Take your legs back and your back up into downward facing dog. All right, push back. You should have a lot more mobility now. One knee forward, then the other knee forward. We're going to do pedaling here. Four more. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Really reach up through. Quick flow. Plank. Lower down. Cobra. Good. Lower your shoulders. Nice. Bring yourself back up. Walk it in. And bring it to mountain. All right, we're not done at all. We are here. We are hip width apart. Lift it up through our body. Nice. Shoulder blades down. All right, soften the knees and roll the shoulders back. Head over tailbone. Forward. Oh, good. You're doing great. Hands on the low hips and side to side with the chest. 2, 3, belly button to spine. 4, head over tailbone. 5, good job. 6, perfect. 7, and 8. Front and back with the chest. Push. So this isn't arms or shoulders. You're pushing the chest out. This is cat-cow basically. Pushing and pulling. 4, 3, 2, the bottom of your body is your anchor. Back of the hands together and cross them so the palms touch each other. Over to one shoulder. Up to one eye. Come back to the center, lower it down, switch the positions. Over to the other shoulder. So you want to be going in opposite the bottom shoulder because it's what's getting stretched. Up to one eye. And then back to the center. Flatten those hands out and lower them down. Good. You're going to take yourself a little bit lighter and softer. Arms are out and you're going to slide them across alternating arms. These are very kind of gentle and active shoulder stretches. So we always have to protect those shoulders. This is the last set. Nice. And then hands low and up with the hips. So I'm ending with some familiar things that we warm up with because we are warming up for our day. 4 more. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Let's take those circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bring those legs sit bone width apart. You can have your arms out to the side in it, the number 2 position, that curled body, and we're going to circle out. 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm hearing crunching. 6, head over tailbone. 7, if you have to hold on to something. 8, that's okay because we want you to just be moving that leg, right? To get that hip open. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Lower down. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reverse. 1, I gotta get myself steady here. 2, my weak leg. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Because we're not a grid, let's swing those arms out and in first. 2 more times. Last one. We're going to take the leg to the side and we'll take it up and down for 8. 2, 3, 4. Good job. 5, and then we're going to stop and do the number 4 at 6. We'll do standing pigeon. 7 and 8. Cross it over and sit back. I can do this really I can. Sit back. I'm sorry, guys. Sit back. There we go. And from a long line from the head to tailbone. And then curl yourself up. I can't do it on the other side. That's the back. All right, let's do this side. 1, up to the side. 2, so it's kind of a moving tree. 3, 4, make sure it's to the side. 5, 6, 7, and 8. You're going to cross it over. I can't put any pressure here, so I'm just going to hold it as I go down. Not very far. Good. Breathe into it and bring yourself up. Sorry. Legs are forward and going up onto your toes. Lift, lift, lift. Lift, lift. And then when you come down, I want you to bend into a squat. And take it up again. We're doing 4 all together. Bend into a squat. Take it up again. Bend into a squat. Last time. Lift, lift, lift. And bend into a squat. Good. And yes, our legs are not ripped. So we're going into first position. Good. First, demi-plie. And fold together. Demi-plie. And pull it together. Demi-plie. And pull it together. Just getting ourselves all into balance and alignment. And now we releve. Take it up and down. 2 and 3 and 4. Let's add those together. Take it up and down. 2 and down. 3 and down. And 4. And let's end with some nice strong stretches. Crossing one leg over the other. Forward fold. If this really wrecks your knees or hips, feel free to just stay parallel. Breathe into it. Curl yourself up. It's going to take some balance. Those feet side by side. Cross over the other way. I know for a lot of people this hurts your knees. And bring it down. Good. You know, as far as it can go, you want to feel a stretch. You don't want to just go to a hinge. And then curl yourself up. And finally, let's open up here. We're going to take our head across. Chin into armpit. Pull that belly in. From here, in the middle of your chest. And let go of it. And then bring it up, stacking those cervical curves, cervical vertebra. Take it on your head. Put your hand on your head first, then take it down. You can see I'm still a little sore on this side. Chin into armpit. Chin, release the arm, chin into the chest. Roll yourself up, soften those knees, washing machine. So I combined a couple of modalities here, but I really wanted to get us mobile. I wanted to get us first opening and releasing, starting with, you know, the torso, and then moving into our ribs and hips. 4 and 3 and 2. Beautiful job. and one. Come to the center, breathe it up and down, two more up and down. And last time, thank you for coming to stretch a mobility workout.